Hey everyone, welcome to the show. My name's Michael. Some of you may know me as Malevi. About 3 years ago, I got back into playing video games, specifically Call of Duty and a couple other first-person shooter games. I very quickly learned that I'm no good, and there are a lot of really talented people out there. Bearing that in mind, I just became a supporter of extremely talented video game players. Over the past 3 years, I've developed some great relationships and friendships with some of these people, and I assure you there's far more to them than you would ever believe. While you may know them as content creators, gamers, or competitive gamers, I assure you there's far more to them than what you see on the screen. This is more than a screen. You can just see him just, okay.
Man. You're bringing up the past, bro.
I'm bringing up the past. This week's guest is Newbz. He is one of a kind. There is no denying that. We all love Eddie. His chat is something special. He's got a viewership that is very strong. He's partnered with Luminosity Gaming, and we're grateful that he's here. Here is the interview with the incomparable Newbz. How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
You're not playing Vondel, so that's a win.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, let's go all the way back to the beginning. You have been playing competitively, gaming-wise, for a bit now. You switched over to Warzone, it says on the internet, in 2020 is when you retired. They put that you retired from comp. So walk me through before that. How'd you get into video gaming? Obviously, you have a brother who's older.
Yeah.
No, wait. Is he older?
Yeah, he's older.
He played video games and you played because he played, or how'd that work?
No, I got into it because we had a friend, my brother's friend. His name was like, his GT was like Savvy back in the day. He used to be big into like competing, and he showed us like UFG, I think, and GB back in the day. And yeah.
Nice. So always COD or any other games?
No, I've always played COD. I mean, I dabbled a few like in Counter-Strike and stuff, but that was just for fun.
So you realize early on that you have an innate talent for it, or that it just kind of developed? How'd that come about?
I mean, I've always been good, I think. Like, playing against my brother's friends growing up, I was definitely like told that I was better than, most. So
that's nice. That's all. That'd be nice. I wouldn't know that feeling, but
yeah.
I can do it in business.
So you just started late, late bloomer.
I started when I was 40 and I quickly stopped. I don't even play anymore. Now, how do you get to the competitive realm of it? Because you can tell the story. You're in the middle of Tennessee. We'll leave it at that. Yeah. People can look it up if they want. But you're not the only gamer in your town, which is insane.
Yeah, no, we had.
So who else? Yeah, go ahead.
We had, most known as like a BZ. Then I have another guy. You see him on my chat sometimes. His name is Exley. He's one of my. He went to my high school. He was in my class. It was like his little brother.
So you start playing competitively. How does one go from playing online to go, hey, I'm gonna go play down? I saw that you played in like Miami and all these places. How's that happen?
Well, it only happened because I found out about like competing and stuff all because of BZ. He competed back in World War II, and I think I was like 17 at the time. And then I don't know, I just took a liking to it, and then I give it a shot when I turned 18.
So you go out and play. What's the parents' response to this? Because, to be fair, I know that Reese and all the boys love to give you a hard time. You did make money. Yeah. You were net positive on the cash flow. So how do you get on a team to get there?
Honestly, it was just all luck. It was just meeting the right people at the right time, to be honest.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you get to the end of it, Warzone comes out, and immediately you take a liking to Warzone, or was it Fortnite into Warzone? What kind of happens?
When it originally dropped, I still remember I was competing. I think when it dropped originally, I was still playing in Challengers, and it was right as Minnesota dropped, I think. And then I'd play it after scrims, and I found a lot of enjoyment in it.
Obviously, very quickly. I mean, it was very obvious in Verdansk that there is a group of, let's say 20, will be kind, of people that were very talented at it.
Yeah.
I've played with you a couple times. You carried me around in your backpack like a very nice, kind gentleman. Map knowledge wise, you seem, I mean, I know that you love to play the idiot sometimes. It's very funny because I know you're not dumb. But your map knowledge and how to approach gunfights, did it just come innately to you? Something you had to learn from time? How's that work for you?
Well, I had to learn it from time. I guess it just takes time because I that was my first ever BR, like hopping into. So I didn't really know much about it, and like there is a certain way to play stuff like that.
So things evolve. You start playing extremely well. Your first partner. Do you remember for a duo who it was?
For a duo. I mean, I knew Scummin back in the day. Me and him played. There was another guy, Yeah Legit, also. I'd say those were like the first two early on duos I had.
So you and Scum had a little bit of success. And then how does the Tommy thing, because a lot of people don't know, you and Tom met long before Ben and Tom met, and the three of you guys became TBE. But let's go first with Tom. How'd you guys meet?
I think I met Tom by playing him off of it was like a $5 2v2 wager. I think it was like him and Lenny or something. It was in a tournament actually.
Right.
It was in a tournament now. I remember. And I remember I beat him like 5-5. It was like a one and done. And I cause Tom always brings it up. He's always called me like a sick joke because I ran back alley and like killed him in an insane way.
So you and Tom then start playing. Yeah. And then trio tournaments pop up. How does Ben Allman come into the crew?
I think he came in because Tom was playing 2v2 wagers. Like if I wasn't playing with Tom 2v2 wagers at the beginning, he'd play with Ben. And I don't know, he just said we should play with Ben. And then just win.
And so that's obviously been hugely successful. All three of you guys have now been the top 10 earners since essentially it started to keep getting tracked. Yeah. But then I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up that you had a ton of success again with Huskers, and you guys even won World Series of Warzone, the first one, right? Or an event, a level of it.
Yeah, I think. Well, the first one was trios, and then we did win. I think the second year one.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does that happen? Who reached out to who?
I think I reached out to him because I think at this point he was playing with Z-Laner and then they split up. And I think he was just trying out random duos in like the wager chat or whatever. And I was like, let's run some, see how it goes. And I don't know, it ended up working out in the wagers. And he's like, yeah, let's try out a tournament.
And then from there, you guys took off and ran like crazy.
Yeah, I think the first tournament we did, I think we got second.
Well, I felt like every tournament in Verdansk was simply you and him, Ben and Tom, and then Reese and Aiden is essentially what it kind of felt like. There was a stat at one point that the six of you guys were in the finals of a tournament. I want to say it was like 80% of the time.
Yeah.
Which, when you think about it, that's insane because a ton of BR is just random.
Yeah.
Especially with stream snipers and all that stuff. All right, so you are playing in the challengers. I'm sure at one point it goes through your head like, I don't know if this is a viable source of income. If you're not playing COD for a living, what are you doing? Any plans?
Honestly, I always thought about going to college, but I don't know what I'd go to college for because honestly, I hate school. I don't know. I just hate it.
But you did finish.
Yeah, I did finish.
Kids out there, finish at least high school. Yeah. It goes a long way. And then you too can try to become a world-class gamer and make more money than a lot of people can even think of. Your family and you are very, very tight. I mean, you're very blessed to come from a good home.
Yeah.
I've met your brother very briefly, very nice guy. So what is your parents, what do they think? You're finishing high school. Most people are like, all right, I'm going to go get a job or go into a trade school or go to college. And you're like, nah, I'm going to make what most general managers or, it's a high level VPs make for a living.
Well, at first I think it's like any other parent, like they don't understand it, they just don't get it. They're like, there's no way you can make a living, stuff like that. I mean, that's how my
Right.
parents were, but I think the turnaround point for them was I think I won like a subliners 100K, and it was like a $16,000 payout or something like that. They're like,
Right.
I think that helped change their mind that, you could definitely make a living.
We'll see once you actually get the check,
Yeah.
because unbeknownst to people like me, when you guys
Yeah.
win a tournament, it doesn't mean you get the money, especially right away, or especially from some people at all. So, but I imagine when those checks cleared, you're like, hey, I'm actually going to do this.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you make a little bit. Your parents are finally starting to go around with it. You're finding, all sorts of fun. So now you're traveling to London. How does that conversation go over? Hi, I'm going out of the country to go play video games.
Well, they know that I do
it's gotta
these
be a little wild.
tournaments, but they know I travel a lot for like or like just travel, right? Like especially for like the Baka and stuff like that. Because I did travel a little back in the CWL or whatever challengers, but I mean, they're familiar with it, so they understand it now.
But prior to all of this, as a kid growing up, do you guys go anywhere out of country? Any traveling, or is this all completely new for you?
I think I've only ever traveled once, and that was to go to Guatemala when I was like 12. So traveling was new.
So, and that was to see family, I presume?
Yeah.
Awesome. So now, how do your parents go from Guatemala to Tennessee?
I mean, they just immigrated here.
Guatemala.
Yeah, no, they immigrated when I was young. I think they told me I wasn't even like 1, I don't think, and I moved over here.
Are you dual citizenship?
Yeah.
Oh, we could have so much fun with that. But we won't. All right, so what's the practice look like leading up to the World Series of Warzone?
There's not much practice at the moment. I mean, other than like the few tournaments that are thrown like every now and then. Most people just don't practice.
So you guys have 2 weeks until you go?
Yeah, we leave the 13th, right? Yeah, and I get the 14th, I think.
Man. And so how long are you in London for?
Just until the event's over, so I think the 18th.
So you got 4 days. Any other big plans besides playing?
No, I'll probably take a look around, Other than that, nothing.
Take a look around. Get up in the eye, the big Ferris wheel. Or do you like heights or no?
I don't mind heights. I've been on a few Ferris wheels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good time. I enjoy that. Not going to take in any football matches?
Nah. Not a sports guy. Not too heavy of a sports guy.
I would love to see that. Get you and Tom and Ben out there. Watch Tom try to explain it all. That'd be great.
I mean, I know how it's played, but like I understand it, but I'm just not a fan of it. Other than the one event where we went to UFC, I think that was like the only one I actually had fun watching.
But you guys got to go in the octagon.
Yeah, no, that was a fun experience for sure. I mean, it was like a last minute thing, but like next day you had to fly out.
And then everybody got COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
So you went out there. Now, did you get in before the match or after the match in the cage?
We got in after. So there's still like,
blood.
There was blood on the floor.
Oh, God. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. So going back to the beginning, do you remember your first ever COD event?
I do actually. Like, are you talking about like
Where
LAN
was it?
specifically, or?
Yeah, let's go LAN.
It was at like
Because I don't know anything about it.
It was like a local. It was a local in, I don't know, maybe Murfreesboro or something.
Okay.
It was ran by it was called like Matters or something like that. Matters Gaming or something. And like,
Nice. How'd you do?
I think we always came in second, and that was because second or third, because I think it was Kenny, like the pro right now, CDL pro.
Yeah.
He had a team back then that he'd play over there at those lands. They'd like win every single one.
Wait, so is he from Tennessee too?
Yeah, I think he's from like Memphis.
Jeez,
Yeah.
It's like the hotbed of gaming.
Yeah.
But you weren't really affiliated with an org all through Verdansk. And then how does the Luminosity come to be?
How did the Luminosity come to be? I think I saw Alex G Logic, like that's the guy the head of Luminosity or whatever. He tweeted out something about like, who should we pick up or something, and then I think I just threw my name in the bucket, and next thing I know, I got a DM saying let's have a chat.
And so you fielded quite a few I mean, and you fielded them all through Verdansk, and none of them made sense for you. And I respect the crap out of that, because I respect that you didn't just join willy-nilly when everybody was joining whatever.
Yeah.
So you end up with LG. You go out, and it took a couple weeks for it to all work out. I remember you saying.
Yeah.
But it works out, and then so what has that done for you that most people maybe don't know about it? Does it give you more visibility? Does it give you more access to people to help with anything? How's that work?
I think it does go away with visibility, especially now with like Twitter gaming or whatever, X, whatever you call it now. Like, you know, people can see your badge. I think that definitely brings, like, if you comment on some person's tweet asking something, I think they're more than likely they'll recognize it, right?
You do go for views. Yep. Don't get me wrong. You go for impressions sometimes. I've seen those tweets.
Yeah.
But you also do have a whole lot of more interaction on, I'm calling it Twitter. I don't know. On Twitter now. That's probably your main source of promotion is with Twitter?
Yeah. It'd be like Twitter, Twitch,
and TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm 40.
Yeah.
Nah. Nope. 40-year-olds on Twitter or on TikTok.
TikTok's
just weird.
Fun, man. I always said I'd never join in. Now here I am every day on it.
I follow 5 people. You're one of them. So I've seen all the clips.
Yeah.
The 1v3s.
Yep.
The one where you had the craziest luck.
Oh,
that was nuts.
Yeah, I remember that. I think that was my most viewed video.
So, I mean, obviously, one of the changes that we always bring up is streamer mode for everybody.
Yep.
What other changes immediately come to mind that you would like to see in this game?
Movement.
Remember, you're going to a COD sponsor event.
No, it's got to be movement.
Be
movement for sure.
Okay.
I think that's my biggest complaint.
To go back to the way it was, or to just kind of revamp it and try something new?
I think it's just got to be a little bit faster. Right now, there's just like no ability to outplay with movement, other than like smokes, but.
Well, and also the meta doesn't seem to be changing as much.
Yeah.
So we've gone over what you would change going backwards. What is your favorite meta that you've got to play with?
The AMAX XM4 for sure. Back in Verdansk.
Dang, that was a quick answer. So dual ARs. It's
always been my favorite. Dual ARs.
See, I got into the game when it was Kilo MP5. And for someone like me who is not very good, and I'm okay with that, it let me shoot straight, but I couldn't finesse people like you guys could. And I felt like that was always the big difference when you had the AMAX or the Kilo. That you know, obviously not the DMR. That was awful.
Yep.
I think I actually got off when that was Reese's favorite. I remember him talking about it. It made me quit, which is why they changed it, because, you know, I'm the 40-year-old dad that they probably want to play. All right, so we went over what you would change. What's your best memory from playing COD thus far? If you had to pick one or two, if you had to think of one that just kind of sticks out, that always makes you kind of like, damn, that was good.
Gotta be World Series with Tusk for sure.
And then, so you and Husk win. You guys get a fair bit of coin, and that was towards the end of Verdansk.
Yeah, that was right before Caldera came out.
So I know the answer, but did you spend your money on anything for yourself at that time?
I don't think I did. I mean, did I?
No, you waited.
I think I didn't. I'm pretty sure I didn't.
So you waited.
Yeah.
And then I found out through DMs and text messages that you're a car guy.
Yeah.
Which never would have guessed.
Never would have guessed, no.
So, especially after what's your first car.
Yeah.
So your second car that you buy after the Kia is
It's a Corvette 2023.
Bright blue.
Yeah, bright blue, the rapid blue.
In the middle of Tennessee.
In the middle of Tennessee. Literally nowhere.
in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Yeah.
How hard is it to drive a blue C8 through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru? That's what I want.
Dude, honestly.
They just know it's you and have your order ready?
No, it always used to be just compliments, dude. Compliments. Like, they just stare at you. You just feel like people just look at you.
I'm sure. I am 100% sure.
Middle of nowhere, there's just a bright blue car there for whatever reason.
That's fantastic. I'm going to ask other streamers, but I know it doesn't really matter for you. Your DoorDash/Uber Eats is minimal. You don't do all that, right?
I do. I'll say I do probably Okay, well, I guess it's different for me because we do, but me and my brothers take turns paying because he works from home. So like, I'll pay for one day, he'll pay for the other. Like, what we usually
so
do.
Yours
lunch.
doesn't look like
Yeah.
$7,000. Like nothing makes me laugh harder than seeing how much money people save.
Yeah.
Like if you want a good one, I'll have to get Ken's. I think maybe somebody clipped it, but I want to say like Ken's. She saved. It had a comma. It had a comma. That's all I remember. And I just remember going, "You have got to learn how to cook or something." So
yeah, let me actually see mine. I think I have the dash pass, so I could see.
Yep, you can see.
Hold on.
That's something I'm going to ask every streamer. How much have you quote unquote
Manage
saved?
dash pass. It says you saved 563 in fees.
That's not horrible.
Yep.
That's not horrible. Well, I got a couple of fun questions for you. This one's just an easy one. Call of Duty comes out, says we're no longer making the game anymore starting tomorrow. What game are you playing?
Honestly, I don't know what I'd play. I
mean, you are listed as an Apex earner whenever I look you up.
Apex is fun, but I don't know. It'd have to be like Apex, CS, or something because I have a lot of fun on those too.
No Valorant?
Nah. I'm retired.
I appreciate that. I tried that one time. That was awful. All right, so some rapid fire questions for you. This will be fun.
Okay.
So as quick as you can give me a 1 or 2 word answer. When I bring up something, you gotta tell me what it is. All right?
Okay.
All right, so rapid fire. Call of Duty.
Warzone. It's just gotta be Warzone. That's the first thing.
Goon.
Lazy.
Tommy.
Whoa. He's gotta be funny.
Ben.
Ben's like, I'll say mystery. He's up in the air, bro.
He's an enigma. Chick-fil-A.
That's just the best.
World Series of Warzone.
I guess just competitive.
Helicopters.
Oh God, here we go. I know where these questions are going. I'll just say, I don't know. I'm not sure for the helis.
You're not sure for the helis?
Nah.
I feel like you have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, no,
I feel like you
for
guys
sure.
did extremely well in Verdansk,
Yeah.
but man, you had a lot of moments that defied logic for a man of your talent.
Yeah, no, I had a few for sure. Very questionable
Speaking
ones.
of
crashing in choppers, and maybe even running myself over a few times.
Well, I was going to ask, what comes to mind when you talk about Berthas?
Dude, too many deaths by them, man. Like I should,
Too many deaths?
Too many deaths.
The good news is that I've been given quite a few clips of you, and ironically, the interesting part, I'm going to pull this up so I can share it with you. I need to get your thoughts on, Tom has a better half, and that better half is Brittany, and she actually brought together an entire compilation of you.
I know, I saw that.
And for being the luckiest man in all of Warzone, supposedly, it's interesting that this is what automatically comes to mind. I'll let you watch it with me.
What's the kill count? Oh, no.
Dude, I remember that one. I crashed me and Ben straight into a tree in a tournament versus Raiden and
Oh yeah,
Aiden.
there it is versus Raiden.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh God, bro, you're bringing back too many memories, bro. Dude.
I just love your reaction.
Bro, you just can't make this shit up, bro. I went to go shoot it. Down bad, bro.
And you can hear Tekka.
Bro,
Yeah, that would have been a tournament.
bro, my God.
Oh God. Oh my God, I remember that.
You
one
gotta
too.
listen. You gotta listen. You gotta listen.
They're gonna come push me. Ed.
Okay.
Bro.
Ed.
Dude, I remember that one. That was during that CDLR tournament. Okay, that one.
That's I think when the invisible line was in the map.
What the f?
Obviously, I'm gonna have to bleep that out if I want to be monetized.
Dude, there's no way.
Dude, I remember all these clips, dude.
Dude, there is no
exactly
way,
when
dude.
that was during like a Twitch
I'm trying to get in
rivals.
the fucking Bertha.
I don't know, I'm asking you.
I don't know. Oh,
Bro, see? Bro, like this.
I love this. Smix isn't afraid to laugh at you. Oh, that's so
Dude, the cars just rolled so much in that game.
Oh, this was bad.
Dude, I don't even remember this one.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Bro, see, like that's just my luck.
this guy is not a real person.
I just hit a tree. And he fucking down.
Oh god, bro, like too many bad memories, man. I think this was versus Hitch in a 1v1.
Yep.
No
Dude, like
You finished second.
Not how we fucking lose, dude.
God
There's no shot. That's how we fucking lose.
Oh, unlucky, bro.
Dude.
An ATV.
Here it is.
I'm not gonna. All right, yo, I'm safe, bro.
Dude,
Oh,
can't
That
believe
is so
there's that
good.
many clips, man. God damn it.
that's so good. Oh, and she had all that. And like I said, you're really good at self-promoting. I don't know if you remember this one.
Oh god, man. All right, let's see this.
Let me see. All right. So I appreciate all of the answers that you've given me because, you know, you don't have to.
Yeah.
And one would say you kind of have a history of not being the best at what's it?
Oh
called?
god,
I
the
guess,
interviews, bro. I already know you're bringing them
promoting
up.
yourself.
Yeah, I already knew it, man. Like, oh, damn, man.
All right. So to put this in perspective, you guys have just won a massive tournament. I believe you got 15 each. I mean, you got Zaxby's, you got Mountain GG, it's the Co-Ed Cup.
Yeah.
I mean, SoFi presented it, massive stuff. So you get called to do the interview,
Yeah.
to pub yourself up, to gas yourself up,
Yeah.
to give yourself a little pub.
Yeah.
And old Puckett, he tries.
And Newbz, what's going on your channel?
Dude.
Nothing much, man.
You can just
bro.
see you just see him just okay, and he just stops. Oh, bless it, poor Puckett. I got him
Bro,
a real
God
bad
damn it.
screenshot right there. Oh, poor guy.
God damn it, man.
So,
You're bringing up the past, bro.
I am. I'm bringing up the past. All right. So, any plans for the future? I know I'm not going to, sit there and ask you about, what's
Yeah.
your plan in 5 years. Do you have a 5-year goal or anything like that? But is there anything that you're looking at that you want to achieve? I mean, obviously, win World Series. Obviously.
Honestly, not at the moment. Not. Maybe it'd be cool, like maybe buy a house somewhere, right? But
Yeah.
yeah,
I can help with that.
yeah, you could help with that. Yeah.
I've been known to
Yeah.
call on some people to help out.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse than watching people blow people off because of what they do for a living. There's a couple gamers out there and they all wanted to buy houses.
Yeah.
And they would call all these mortgage people and all of them would essentially laugh them out. And I'm sitting there going, you guys have no idea. These guys are probably better off financially than 90% of America.
Yeah.
So, super frustrating. Thank you. First of all, thank you for being the guinea pig
No
as
problem.
we try to
man.
do this.
No problem.
So the show's called More Than a Screen.
Mhm.
A lot of people know you guys on a screen.
Yeah.
And in my time of, since COVID,
Mhm.
I've gotten to know a couple of you guys and you guys are far more than that. You guys are kind and nice and funny. And amongst all of the shit that you guys talk to each other, you actually do try to help each other
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
And you guys are actually nice to each other. And that I've also learned that there are people out there that aren't nearly as mean as they come across on stream. And there's some people that act really nice on stream that maybe aren't the most nice. How do you actually, that's a great question to kind of go with this is how do you stay who you are? Because I can like I said, I can vouch. You are
Yeah.
exactly who you show you are on stream. You have hilarious moments. You're not afraid to laugh at yourself, but you also are a very kind and caring person that helps out people.
Yeah.
So how do you stay the way that you are?
Oh, I guess the best word to be just like genuine, right? Because like
Right.
what I do and how I act is usually how I am for sure. Like even in real life, like it might not show it at first, but when I get more comfortable around people, like I'm the same.
Absolutely. And you're a heck of a lot of fun to be around. I thank you for the time that you've given me. Anytime that you come up from Tennessee to Kentucky, you're more than welcome. I'll take you out to the lake. I don't fish,
You don't,
but we can do whatever, hang out and have a good time.
for sure.
So
We'll take
I
your private
appreciate your
jet
time.
for sure.
You know, all I got to do is get it back from, the Russian authorities. They took it. It was tough. So.
Yeah.
All right, Eddie, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming on More Than a Screen. We really appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys having me.
All right, buddy. See ya. A quick thank you again to Newbz for being the first ever guest here on More Than a Screen. Do make sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out greatly. And do please let me know in the comments, who do you want to see next? Thanks again. In the words of Tim the Tatman, tell somebody you love them.